Welcome to the Idiot Box. This is House of the Dragon Episode 3. The show starts in Stepstones, where Crabfeeder is nailing people and feeding them to crabs. But suddenly dragon fire rains down from the sky. It is Daemon on his dragon. He incinerates the beach, literally crushing people underfoot. But Crabfeeder and his men escape into the surrounding caves where dragonfire can't reach them. Daemon is soon met with a torrent of fire arrow, one of which hits his shoulder, and instead of testing if dragon is immune to fire, he retreats. Back in King's Landing, 3 years have passed and Viserys has married Alicent, and they have a son named Aegon with a second child on its way. Many in the realm view young Aegon as the heir apparent to the Iron Throne. Alicent tries to reconcile with Rhaenyra, but she is still pissed about the marriage. It makes for an incredibly uncomfortable carriage ride from King's Landing to a hunting camp in the Kingswood, where many of realm's most prominent lords have gathered to celebrate Aegon's second birthday.
No one's here for me.
That's where she's wrong. One man is very much here for the princess. We meet Jason Lannister, who meets Rhaenyra and proposes for a marriage. A pissed-off Rhaenyra confronts her father and is infuriated with the response.
You must marry.
Rhaenyra rides off into the Kingswood with Sir Criston Cole following behind. Cole manages to catch up with Rhaenyra, where she tells him, was she named heir to be raised the standard of some Lannister?
You want me to kill him?
He asks, referring to the Lord of Casterly Rock. At least that's one person on Rhaenyra's side. Back at the camp, Viserys drowning himself in wine while listening to his companions' copious opinions regarding Rhaenyra. Speaking with Jason, Viserys susses out that the realm expects him to name Aegon as his new heir, casting Rhaenyra aside. Otto Hightower briefly shows his own hand when he suggests Viserys announce a betrothal between Rhaenyra and her 2-year-old half-brother Aegon. Well, that's a new low for Lord Hightower. This guy's no stranger to pimping his own kin. He also tells that a white stag is seen in the woods, which serves as an omen indicating Aegon should be heir. Lord Lionel suggests Rhaenyra should marry Sir Rhaenyra, Corlys the sea snake Valorion's son who is fighting in the Stepstones. In the wilds, Rhaenyra and Cole bond, where they are attacked by a wild boar and Rhaenyra narrowly escapes death and pours her anger on the creature. Viserys unburdened himself telling Alicent about his dream of a son with a crown on his head, and now is in doubt if he made the right decision for naming Rhaenyra as heir. The next morning, Viserys finds his doubts cast aside when instead of finding the white stag, a normal stag is captured. Viserys Targaryen joylessly kills the ordinary, tragically helpless stag wielding a Lannister-crafted spear. Viserys interprets the moment as a sign in its own right, one that affirms his desire to keep Rhaenyra exactly where she is, as heir to the Iron Throne. Instead, the White Hart appears elsewhere in the woods, witnessed and mercifully spared by an awestruck Rhaenyra. If this stag was meant to signal the true heir to the Iron Throne, then it made its choice in favor of the princess. Rhaenyra returns with the dead boar, covered in blood, and all the lords present there acknowledge her. After returning to King's Landing, Otto tells Alicent to suggest Viserys to name Aegon as the heir, but Alicent does not do so. Instead, she advises that if Rhaenyra would marry, it should be her wish to do so. They discuss a letter from Stepstones asking for help from the crown, and Alicent convinces Viserys to send the help. Viserys tells Rhaenyra that she will have to marry, but she can choose whomever she wants, and promises her.
But I swear to you now, on your mother's memory, you will not be supplanted.
Now we return back to the Stepstones. Daemon and the Sea Snake's private war looks like a lost cause as the Crabfeeder and his minions prove impossible to root out of their cavernous hideaway. Viserys has sent an envoy with the message that the crown is sending his ships and army to help in the war effort. However, an overly proud Daemon turns his fist on the messenger. Without dragons in the sky, without soldiers at his back, and with a white flag in hand, Daemon Targaryen heads into Crabfeeder territory, appearing ready to surrender the fight. But at the last moment, he kills the enemy and takes out several pirates. He runs as barrage of arrow rain down on him, but he manages to cut through his way. At last, Daemon is shot and gets ready as a battalion of pirates swarm him. Daemon is about to be killed, but the sea snake arrives with an army and Rhaenyra comes on his own dragon and rain down dragonfire, killing most of the enemies. This gives Daemon a chance to chase after the Crabfeeder, and after an off-screen fight, Daemon emerges from the caves with the mangled body of the Crabfeeder. The episode ends with Daemon looking on, covered in blood. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe for more.